Good afternoon, traders. This is AJ Trader 7. How are you? I'm one of the moderators here in Awesomecallstrading.com. I just came back from break a little while ago, and the market has decided to kind of turn green, or it's trying to. I came back in the room. The first trade I took live was Roku. I do want you to see what happened. I went long Roku at 34.67. I was giving it room to add to 34. And before I did the webinar, stock ended up going 1 full point for the room. But this is what I do as a trader. Then we have another great moderator in here by name of Fire, Brandon Norman. And Brad, he went long some Okada at, he put it, I'll tell you what he did. He put long Okada, and then he put stops at 63.60. So he took long around 64.11, right around here. Stops at 63.60, and the stock is already almost close to over 50 cents to $1. All right, this is another, and this is what the mods do. They'll give you throughout the day. If I see something popping, market's trying to turn green right now, so everything is popping. I'm watching Boeing, all this bottom stuff just getting ignited back. Netflix going back up, so it's a really good opportunity. And I was explaining that in the chat room. This is getting to a point where you got to buy the weakness, and that's exactly what we're doing. So as day traders, and as you notice too, I trade off the 1 minute. I do this every day because I want to see the price action. We do have a lot of favorite stocks we like to trade when the market starts to pull. We usually like to go after Boeing. We like to go after Netflix. We love Square, Roku. And as you can see, they all follow the same patterns when the market turns. So they're instant monies for us. So we had a really good list today that started our morning, I have to say. We had Mayos, Accor, Camp, SFIX, DSW, WB, Okada, Square, Adobe, Netflix, Boeing, Roku, and Marna. Now, Marna was a very interesting. There's a couple trades that I did take live on Twitter, and Marna was one of them. And Marna yesterday got a boost from Mr. Jim Cramer, and we were building positions here. We had about a $19.25 average, and Cramer started speaking to it, and the stock almost hit 21. He loves this stock. He loves the company, and so do I. So we sold in the morning on the morning pop up here, and we felt strongly that the stock would probably gap fill back down, and we rebuild a position. And that is exactly what we've done. I have personally, and I'm already, I believe, $19.20 some odd cents. I will add all the way down here to 18, and I will bring my average down. I am swinging this for long term, but I just took advantage of what the market's been giving me, and I made a lot of money this morning on this, and now I'm rebuilding a position with, I currently have 1,500 shares, and I will continue to add on weakness. Again, this is an IPO that came out with JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and Goldman Sachs, priced at $23 a share. And last night, if you saw the show, Cramer was just boosting this stock. He really loves this company for big things. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm just playing with cash now. Dow has just turned green, and I don't want to chase anything, but my goodness, the moves on this stuff is incredible right now. Boeing just popped 319 to 322 for 3 points. Roku, again, I was long at 34.67. You could see a live trade. Stock is now 35.80. Really done. Adobe, which is another one of our stocks that we love to play in here. Wow, look at this one. This one went from 243 to 246. And the Dow is green right now. Square is one of our favorites. We love to play Square and Roku side by side because they pretty much have the same chart patterns. And these are one of our two favorites that I love to play. When the market's really volatile, I go after Square, and I go after, matter of fact, I might make a trade real quick. Square is really launching. Maybe I could do 1,000 shares of Square live. Hold on. I got to watch the market, though. Dow's up 43 now. I don't want to get in here where I feel like I'm really chasing, and so I don't like to chase my stocks. But if the Dow really starts to accelerate, this can really peak out through 62.75. Let me see if I want to do this. And Roku just popped again now. And you know what? I'm chasing. I really am. I don't want to pull 1,000 and then it just drops 30 cents. So, shoot. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna stick to the webinar right now because I really need to stay focused when I'm scalp trading something like this. But the market is just really pushing. Roku now hit $36 a share. Now Square's trying to hit that 63 level. Just a really bounce in the market. Really impressive. Okay, I want to go over some of the plays that we did today and just kind of recap real quickly. Square. We'll just start with Square. Square, we wanted to basically take the stock. So we made money on Myrna, and we're just re-adding into the weakness for myself. And then Square, we just had a topping of $66 a share, and we wanted to short the stock, at least take it to 64 and under, and then go long. But with the market selling off, it was pretty easy for us to just keep the shorts on it. So if you look on Square, we said 66 at the open, and we wanted to go to 64. Obviously, 64 came very quickly. Market started to sell off, and we continued to short to the downside. We really didn't go long on this one too much. So as long as the market pulls, Squares get sold off just like Roku. Roku had some negative news that was pointed out this morning. It was gapping up 1.5. I wanted the gap fill to get filled first on Roku down to the right here, this area here. So I called for a short at 38. It was on my pre-market list to short the stock right here, 38.20. Long. I wanted to long a few, pop it at the open, and then short it around the 39 level if it came, and then pull it down to 37.50 and under. So I wanted a quick pop and drop on it, and it ended up pushing only to 38.41. I wanted a little bit more, but once it collapsed and broke through the pre-market right here, we just stayed short and we took it down. We filled the gap, but the market was really dumping extremely hard, so we stayed with it, and I went and played it twice, and the second time I nailed it right here at 34.67, as you can clearly see, and the stock has now hit $36 a share. So a really nice entry right here to here on the long side. So really, I enjoyed that one. Another trade that we did today was that was gapping up was Boeing, and we wanted to short Boeing on this gap up. We figured the gap would get filled. So the notes were basically take some short, room to 335, 336 at the open, scale in, take it down, gap fill it down to 327 and under. Well, again, the markets continued to sell off, so there was no reason for us to go long. So we ended up taking the stock all the way down to about 320 a share. So that was a really good trade on Boeing. And you can see my pre-market notes, exactly what I wanted right here. Boeing, gapping 7. Gap fill back to 327 and under. Watch for bottom krill. If the market holds, this should rebound. If not, keep an eye on it down to the downside. That's what we did. I'm going to buy some more while I'm on the mic. I'm buying some more Myrna. Myrna just dumping right now, so I'm going to buy some more at 18.35. Okay, and that's my order fill at $18.32. So my average is coming down even more, and I will continue to add my C18. I'll already get set up on it. Roku is defended at McGuire. We just got. I figured, it would be defended, but Darkside just alerted the room. I don't know if you heard the ding. Defended at McGuire. McGuire's a tier 3 firm now. I really want like an Oppenheimer to defend it more than anything. That would make me happy, but we'll just. That's our first defense. Okay, and then I'm going to do this again on Myrna. And this time I'm going to just be ready for them. I'm going to do a market order. So if I see it dipping again, I will make a move on it. Okay. And stock has already popped a little bit there, so that was nice. All right, so we did Adobe. We wanted a short 252 area and take it down to 246 or under. And so I want to show you that trade. Adobe is another one. We love certain, like I said, we love in this room certain stocks to play, especially the expensive ones. So we can use, we play a lot of options in here. And just so you can see, Marna, see how it's just popping right quick? It just popped. So I added here and it's already popped. And my average is roughly about right here. I won't need much for this to pop and I'm in the green again. So, but, okay, so let's go to Adobe now. All right, so Adobe, we basically wanted a pop at the open to 252, scale in short, and take it down to 246 and under. As you can tell, the 246 did come, and I'll tell you, it was a really nice bounce. And but the market didn't hold, which is really important and essential. So the market ended up giving us another 2 points to the downside. And you can clearly see in the pre-market notes exactly what to do on Adobe. Popping up, let it open to 252, 253 if it comes, get in there short, take it down to 246 and under. So again, this was written down way before the market even opened. So nice play on Adobe. So I will show you that chart tonight. Another trade that we had. And just so you could see on Netflix, remember I almost took the trade where I was talking to you before in the webinar. I wanted to chase that, and I said no. I had to back off, and also Square. If you chase too much like that, and you're just chasing these peaks, and you end up sometimes you get on in 1,000 shares right here. I would have took because ready to load. You can see I would have lost probably $300. So yeah, I don't like chasing stuff. It's not my thing. Another one that we played this morning was what was it? We had Adobe, Netflix. This was a really good one. We played this one as well. And Netflix, we wanted a quick pop at the open. I believe we were calling for 275, 276 on Netflix. We wanted a small pop at the open. Look for a gap fill to 270, 271 and under. Stock has potential to hit 280 if the market holds. As long as it holds. If the market doesn't hold, it'll sell off, just like we do every day. And so again, we explained it really in detail. The stock was already gapping up, as you can tell, on Netflix. So what we did is we kind of just waited. We wanted a little bit more, any pop at the open. If it was going to get in there, we wanted to scale in there short, and then just take it to 270, 271. And as you can see, my levels were pretty much right on point. There's the 270 area right there, and you would have bounced it 2 or 3 times, once and twice. I like that. But once the market, again, just like anything else, once the market broke and the flag, it was just a complete, we don't go long. We just wait for the market to watch. And with the drama today between the House, the Senate, the border, there was no love in the market. It was just a massive sell-off, so we took advantage of that. All right. And another trade I want to give also shout out to, again, Brandon Norman, fire trader, I believe it's 05 or 03. We played Okada today. This is we had a nice upgrade on Okada. And this was a wonderful trade this morning. It was actually gapping up, as you can see. And it had a nice upgrade this morning on Okada. We caught it on scan. I'll show you the upgrade right here. And Guggenheim. Guggenheim's a tier 3 firm, but it had a $79 price target. That gives me a little bit about $3 to $4 on the range on the stock, and that's the kind of stuff I like to look for day traders. So they have range to play on the stock. And so what I did is I wanted basically a scale in short around the 67, room to 68 at the open, and I wanted to fully gap fill it, get it down to 64, 64, 65 area. If the market held, we were going to bounce it, and we actually played this right here, really nice. We went long on the gap fill. You see the gap fill right there? We actually went long, and we nailed this in the room. our entries were, I think, 65. I think Brad took 65.30. I got 65.60, and the stock ended up going up to 66.20. But again, the market didn't hold, and so we had another sell-off on Okada. But this is a really nice buying opportunity for a swing. If you ever like swing trades, I like Okada on weakness. This will probably be a $68, $69 stock in the next few days. The market's just given us an opportunity to buy on the weakness. I do like Okada. And I believe Brad, again, in the room as a moderator, took another position right here at $64.08 and alerted the room, and stock is already $64.80. So it's another good trade by him as well. All right, so that was Okada. All right, so let me see. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And one last one. I do want to go over DSW. I like this one. This was a fun stock. This was a basically pop and short. And the reason why I wanted to, okay, DSW has a tendency to, when they have good earnings, they do gap. But their gap, there's a little trick of trading when you're gapping on earnings. You tend to get, if it's up too much, like this, $3 to $4 a share, but you're up thin. All right, you have a pretty thick stock down here with millions of shares. These people are going to want to sell it into the profits, and so you're going to get a massive sell-off. And you have to look on. I'm going to try to teach you moderators something, because a lot of you that run other chat rooms that pretend you're gurus or whatever. I'm going to try to teach you something so you can sound smart to your people, because you really don't know this business. You see, there's a lot of shorts in here. You see how this was up? And then you had a lot of bag holders down here. So this right here is a prerequisite for a massive dump. When you got shorts holding up here and the earnings did not do as well, and then you've got bag holders holding here, there's a 90% chance that the first thing that's going to happen at the opening bell is just a massive dump. And so what I do is I try to anticipate that, so traders don't try to go long and just try to push the stock. So my main focus is, and you can read my notes, you can see right here, again, I'm trying to teach you chat rooms things, because you really don't play earnings anyway, so you always try to figure out, how did he make that call? I'm trying to just, you got to put earnings in part of your repertoire. You can't keep trading AMD, Netflix, Amazon, you got to have different flavors, and I love earnings and offerings and analyst calls. You just got to be versatile. You can't be one-dimensional. And so something like this, DSW, I like to sell the pop towards 27, 28, watch for topping, look for it, and then short the stock to $25 and under. That's it. It's a simple call, but what it does for our room, just like Big the other day and all these other stocks, it gives them the ability to either go long or short, because not everyone can short a stock. Not everyone knows how to short a stock. A lot of people like to go long. And so what I try to do is I try to work with both sides of the table. I try to educate a trader to be able to short a stock, but if they haven't learned it yet and figured it out, it's okay, then just wait for the long side of it. So if you take a look, DSW is a really nice setup, and as you look at the 1 dayer here, right here, ding 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 ding. Here's the pop at open, and then I wanted 27.50, scale in short, and again I said the stock would come down to $25 a share. So here's the $25 a share, and you could have covered right there. You could have went long at 25, again to scale in with room to add, and the stock rebounded all the way back up to almost 26 a share. So if you missed it, you could have still made money. And the beauty of the trade is, for a short seller, is he can come in here and score 300 shares short and make a point and a half and make $500 for the day. And if you really want to be a consistent trader, $500 a day is, you know what? I think I'm going to do some square here. Yeah, I'm seeing it pop here. I might take a, okay, market order. I'm watching it, and I think it's going to pop. So I'm going to take a little bit, see what if I can get a little bit. Okay, let me see if I can get just a little bit. All right, and square. See the market pop in. You see how I'm watching. You see how Netflix is moving. See that pop right there? Market's starting to turn green. Dow was up 100 points now. Okay, so you see Boeing make a move. See Boeing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to scalp this square right here. See if I can get a few bucks. See how it goes. I think it could break through here. So I'm going to see if that does. And I'm looking at Amarna. And a little bottom there. So I'm just kind of watching the market. Market's trying to accelerate. And just trying to scalp some of this stuff. See if we can get a few bucks. I like this Netflix turn right here. All right. If the market could really turn solid green, we get up the Dow up, we're going to do all right. So, okay, hold on, let me see. 32, 33. Let's see if I can pop it. Anyway, I'm going to continue trading in the room. I'm long some square right now, and just going to wait for the pop and sell into it. I want to thank you so much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow, and thank you. And I really appreciate all of you. And I'm already making money on square. Here it comes. There it goes. This pop right there. I love what I do. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Join us tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.